I can't believe the ritual what these are pulling off now. Look at this is unbelievable. Next we lead into the Manchester Merovingian bees with Ariana Grande. And oh my god, am I still dying to show everyone what all these bee symbols mean. Look at this. Eggs. Let me see the time. That was time, space, eggs. Fertility. Look at the big portal on the top there as well. Insane. Why are these always weird? Look at the blue theme again.
In just 100 years, we've changed this world.
She's not wrong.
But the equality race is not yet done.
This is mad, look at it all. So subliminal, deeds, not words. The blue portal again. When people are working bees, that's what they're showing you. What the bees mean, right, just off the top of my head for you without me having to go and do all articles. There's a few things. You look at the shape of a honeycomb, right? It's the shape of a hexagon, isn't it? Hex. They always relate hex and hex worship and hexagons to Saturn's own night because of the storm on top of Saturn. That is in the shape of a hexagon. That's why witchcraft all pertains to hexes. That's why we say Saturn worship. Baal, who we keep telling everyone about, who is the god of the sun god. Moloch, got different names, but he is all pertaining to child sacrifice. His name is also Saturn. So this is why I go on about the Saturn worship all the time. Right, so the bees are also symbolic of that. What they're also symbolic of is the worker bees and the hive mind, hive mentality that these people have everyone in. Okay? So you will see that you'll see what I mean, just by the way people all think, all like a hive, all serving the queen bee. Okay? That's what it's all about. It's all coming back from ancient Egyptian and Babylonian teachings again. So look at this, now we move into the bee. Look at all the blue for persuasion. Here's one of the Manchester victims, the one in the wheelchair, and she gets up out the seat at the end of it all. Now I've shown so many times that that it was all faked and staged. The amount of evidence that I've pulled out now, see the bee, right? The bee is also traceable back to symbolic of the Merovingian bloodline, which is one of the bloodlines that they believe is the bloodline of Christ. So more mockery, right? Now when I start digging into the Merovingians, that's when things start getting very dark. Keep an eye on the portals and what have you going off in the background here. To me, I'm watching this and alarm bells are ringing, because again my eyes are trained, I know what I'm looking at. Look at the bee, I know what it all means. Look at the portal in the back again. Big, yeah, let me see them two big pillars over the right hand side. Now this is all being one big production show from start to finish, including the Manchester bombings. Now look at the bees there, like the Merovingian bloodline. You'll remember the word Merovingian from the Matrix film, whatever, you put it in there. But they believe that they are the relations from Christ. It's one of the 13 main bloodlines. They believe they are descendants from Christ. Look at all the switching from blue to red. Remember me talking about blue bloods all throughout the summer, not most notably on the Alfie Evans story, because of all the blue symbology. And I showed Alfie Evans in an Everton kit, Rhys Jones, James Bulger, Madeleine McCann, all in blue Everton kits. Look, blue to red, duality, purple, blue and red's purple when you mix them together. That's what they want the oneness for. That's why they show you blue and red, because when they mix the two dualities, and then they come out with this purple, now it's all again, mix the two, mix of masculinity and female side of things, and then what we get is the purple. That's why they show you all the purple all the time. That was unbelievable. That was unbelievable. Just a couple of minutes and all of that stuff in there. They're playing out more rituals, more and more. What sigil magic is, when they get everyone with all their attention focused on the one thing, and everyone's all focusing the energy on it. Someone's made a point to me this week, and it's a brilliant point, that things like the Charlie Guard little monkey was meant to have been a toy that was sort of personal to him. You'd cherish it, you'd lock it away and keep it forever. Failing that, probably put it in the coffin when he was buried or cremated, which we still can't really find much details about. So when the toy is now produced on a mass scale and shipped out worldwide, every little Charlie Guard monkey that's hanging off everyone's sort of rear view mirror on the car, or it's on the little office desk, or it's on a table in the corner somewhere, every person in the world, even if they don't realise it subliminally, they're thinking Charlie's monkey, Charlie's monkey, Charlie's monkey. Now, there's been a couple of events over the past 12 months or so, most notably the Vegas shooting where monkeys have been used, and I have had to dig up the symbolic meaning of monkeys. But as someone, the same person who was speaking to the other day, I don't like naming names and little things like this, so what they were saying to me is monkey bones have always been used in rituals by witch doctors and witchcraft and voodoo and stuff like that. All of this is sigil magic, just that you do not realise it because you're not trained to it. You don't think any of this goes on. Now, if you look at programs such as the Wives of Orange County or something like that, they're all witches. They're all high priestess witches, sorry, and they all follow the Kabbalah. It's unbelievable. It's all over the place, it's everywhere, and that's why I am showing you these little rituals day in, day out, and you can see them. The more that you follow, just go and type in for me, please, the symbolic meaning of bees, or type in the bees used in rituals, or furthermore, just for a more clear one, just type in the satanic meaning of bees. You will see exactly what I'm showing you. There's a video which shows you, someone's done a video before the Manchester attacks saying Manchester Illuminati symbolism. Please watch that video because you'll just see exactly what I'm talking about, and why have these stages always got to be set like this?
To 200 meters.
All this is Saturn.
We changed all that.
Portals, Saturn worship, look at it. Saturn's meant to be the projector of our world, the false world.
Real treat for you. A roll call of pioneers.
Right, all these actors and everything that were all involved in the Manchester stuff, they all come from Salford City Media Centre. Alright, this is stuff that we're over the past have linked people, and people have helped me link people back to Salford City Media Centre. Media City on Salford Keys, I'm so sorry. And then look, you can see them all out here in force. I'm on to you all. Now look at this.
She was the first
Big pointed stars, sun worship, illumination, stars.
first woman to be reigning European, world and Olympic champions at the same time.
Pushing the agendas again.
Recognised by the Association of International Marathons and Distance
The morning
Racers
star,
as the
Lucifer.
greatest female
Also, when you see lightning bolts, what does it say in the Bible? Lucifer fell down to earth like a bolt of lightning. That's what the lightning bolt symbology means. Look at it, it's all just bullshit staged and people getting bubbles blown up their arse as part of a big ritual.
greatest long-distance runners of the 1980s and a world record holder.
I'm going to show you on a couple of things now. Gothard base tunnel ritual, which is very similar in layout to this. Okay, and the bees, the meaning of the bees. Be back in a second. Okay, so what this is a tunnel which leads into CERN, which is a big massive, which is the Large Hadron Collider, which is underground in Geneva. It's 17 miles wide in a circle. It's a particle accelerator. They're trying to tear through the veil between time and space using that. They're looking for dark matter and things. If they find it, there's going to be portals opening in the sky. So basically, look at this. This is the opening ritual for it. Why has it got to be this weird? And it doesn't end here as well. This is just the start of it. Right, look, these are all the workers. They're all just in this hypnotic state that they're all in a trance. The worker bees. Right, let me just speed it up because... And you see all sorts flying around. See fallen angels, babies with wings, angels, demons, portals. Look, Baphomet. Can't he do something that's not evil? Look in the background, all the horn deities that people are holding up on sticks. Look at them all, it's evil. This is very pagan-esque, looking at all these green things running around as well. And this is pagan, there's like Pan, the horn deity, god of nature, the Greek gods. Again, links all the way back to paedophilia. What is this weird shit? Why are they all doing it? Why do we want to watch this? We don't. Let's get to some portals. Look. If no one can see what's going on here. Big satanic ritual. There's all sorts in it. There's princess syndrome, MK Ultra people. And they move outside now. Where's where the portal is in the background, look. And that's what science trying to create. That's what these mad bastard scientists in this complex are trying to awaken towards. And then what happens? What happens when they do tear through the veil? Start letting all the dark entities in. Do you know when people are in a rage, when people get that angry, that they're uncontrollable? That's dark matter built up inside them. These people are trying to pull dark matter out of the sky, literally. And then just, dark matter is more powerful than normal matter. It'll take over, it'll eat it. And then everything becomes dark matter. People are running around in rages. This is the science that they're messing around with. This is what they're putting billions into. This is what they're dancing around here promoting. We still need to look at the Merovingian meaning of beans by bees. Beans. Look, the portal. And again, I make the point and say, oh yeah, no, this is you're talking crap, you mate. How am I? I'm talking crap because if anyone's to say that I'm talking crap, it's people who don't know that none of this exists and goes on. If you go and watch a film like Angels and Demons or something, the Da Vinci Code, you'll see people decoding things, deciphering them. That's what we're doing here for you. To show you what's going on, to show everyone what they're lending their energies to. This is unbelievable. Go on. All demons and everything start coming out of this, which is what they want to do. I know it might seem strange, but there's an episode of South Park called Imagination Land. If someone wants to just watch that, it's in 3 parts. It's exactly the same thing. They blow a hole in the wall between what protects good from evil, and then evil floods in. Same as like everything else. Ghostbusters, the movie, big portals in the sky. What comes flooding in through it? Evil. This is all just unbelievable. Now where's the look? So they've come through the tunnel, all the demons have just come through the tunnel, and then they've come out the portal and now they're in our world now. There's all the trapped souls. Why has it got to be this? This is satanic. If you can't see that this is satanic, if you can't hear this, that it's satanic. Look, now where he is, the horned god out, ruling with all his people around him. They've just come through the tunnel, inside, on the inside part, and then this is depicting that they've just come out of it. They've come from one side, out into the other. Come from the darkness into the light. Look at it. And bonkers. So now what it's just showing us now, they've replicated matter, they can now float and stuff. Look at all the clocks and that, time and space. Time and space. There's a bit of a square in that one, circle and square, time and space. That's what it means. The cogs working, the new world order, the beast system working in motion. For the trains, like it's... So that's now a record player. The song and dance of creation and destruction. You've heard me talk about that before. I showed you in a video what I've done about the Kings of Leon, where they're doing the song and dance of creation and destruction, which again relates back to Kali, the Hindu goddess, who is the goddess of creation and destruction, basically, the goddess of war. Kali and Shiva, who are they depicted? One of them is depicted, Shiva is depicted outside Sen, in this circle shape. More crap, with the devil at the front of the dance. Weird. Now what's going on there? So anyway, going to come back in another moment and show you the meaning of the Merovingian bees, just a little bit on it, just show you this fella's video about Manchester and the bees. Right, before we get stuck into the video, I'll just drag this up, right? Nice little piece of writing. George Michael Scott, the wizard, who was the last real true wizard in Scotland. He is the brother of the Scott line that become the Buchele line. Then reads what it says below about the Magi people and the bee history. This is added evidence that this family preserved Zoroastrian fire history. Magi history goes back to the Persia preserved by the Scott line at the tower of the Scott Starvet. Pretty wild when all the Scottish people never know that the Scott lines with Fleming royal Merovingian blood from Rouge in France. Now Fleming was the Queen's right hand man back in hundreds of years ago. We used to sign his letters to the Queen 007. That's when the Fleming family then come out. Ian Fleming with 007 James Bond. So that's another little secret code that they use. This documentary will open your eyes. The first Scot who I am being credited with the documentary is just talking about the I'm going to show you the Sinclairs. There's another family that we've spoken about in the past few weeks in regards to Hillsborough. The interesting thing is that it's associated with the Scottish belief that the Scots family is always linked to bee history with Scotta, which is true. Now we know that the Fleming Scott lines are royal Merovingian lines. This is now proved by my research with Fred Fleming in the UK and St Andrews University. Your button is now part of that lost history, and it's linked to why the ancient stone beehives were made at the Rosalind Chapel, which was built by the Sinclairs and associated families. The interesting thing that today, the property of Rosalind Chapel is owned by the current Scott Stewart and the 10th Duke of Buccleuch. Right, I want to get down to some bees. To the Merovingians, the bee was most hallowed creature, a sacred emblem and Egyptian royalty. It became the symbol of wisdom. Some 300 small golden bees were found stitched to a cloak in the Childeric cloak of Childeric I, son of Merivale. When his grave was unearthed in 1653, Napoleon had these attached to his own coronation robe in 1804. He claimed this right by virtue of his descendants of James the Rohan Stuardo, the natural son legitimised in 1667 of Charles II of Britain by Marguerite. Such the Rohan were descended from Claudine's brother, just trying to get that word, Fredimundus, thus akin to the Merovingians. They were equally in descent from the Fishes Kings and Faramud. The Merovingian bee was adopted by the exiled Stuarts in Europe, and engraved bees are still seen on some Jacobite glassware. Right. Satan's conspiracy is ancient. Satan was instrumental in choosing the bee symbol for the Merovingians because the bee was linked to the tribe of Dan. Right. Many deceived people believe the tribe of Dan will birth the Antichrist. These ideas are satanic propaganda intended to give credence to the idea that the Antichrist will be human. The tribe of Dan is relevant today because some of them have stolen the Jews' identity. Many of them so-called Jews are not Jews at all, but descendants of the serpent seed, the tribe of Dan. All things that we've discussed over the past few weeks as well. Some of the dreams from God have indicated that the Antichrist will be angelic entity posing as human, considering the most satanically controlled mainstream preachers insist upon the idea that Antichrist will be Jewish. Let's just try and skip a couple of lines. As a Jew, it benefits Satan's plan in some great way. Considering the above-mentioned evidence that the Merovingians are supposedly Jewish, the fact that Satan controls Christian establishment promotes the idea that the Antichrist will be Jewish gives credence to our theory that he will claim to be a Merovingian descendant from Mary Magdalene. This will be a lie, however, because the Antichrist will be an angelic entity posing as a human. Right, I want to show you the bees now around Manchester, just to finish it off. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to end this on this for you. Just watch it carefully and you'll see exactly what I'm saying. Look around your own towns and cities. Look at, when you're in the city centre, look at the buildings, look at the designs on the buildings, look what's carved into the buildings. If you see any of the symbols, Google the meaning of it. Start finding out what things mean, because we have got a whole world layered around us here with different meanings, subliminal meanings, and you're receiving the true nature of them meanings all the time because your brain processes them inside you. Even if you don't think that you are, it does. So that's why I spoke about the Charlie Gard's monkey earlier on, the way that's been mass produced all over the world and sent out everywhere. The bee was the same, people getting tattoos. Unbelievable. Now I want to point something out. When the Grenfell Tower fire happened, look at the Grenfell family from back in these little days, 1066, around when the French Revolution took place in the Battle of Hastings, in between that time period. The family, the Grenfell family's coat of arms is the same as the Merovingians one. So that's how I managed to not only link the Merovingians to the Manchester bombing, but the Grenfell Tower fire as well, just a few weeks later. There's the hive that I was telling you about, the hive mentality. The Whore of Babylon. Just skip it forward a little bit for you, so you can just see anyway, basically, it's steeped all over every city. Like I've said, I challenge anyone to firstly prove me wrong, and secondly, go out and find out what's hidden in your cities, what's carved into the buildings, what's happened in the past, what famous families have lived there. We've still got families around now, because the bloodlines, and they've kept them going. This has been Enchanted Life Pat TV. Thanks for watching. I hope you've learned something, and speak soon.